Hi. In addition to doing the regular readings and discussions this week, I'm asking you to submit a proposal for the leadership project, the final project in this course. And so I want to briefly go over that assignment. The proposal itself should be sent to me, be submitted actually on the Brightspace site by this Saturday, April 9th. And it should be very simple, 1 to 2 paragraphs, which would include the following things: the topic you have chosen, the type or option of the project you will do, and I'll say more about the options in a moment, why you have chosen this topic and this option, and what you hope to accomplish in this project. Now, there are some assumptions in those questions. First of all, that you have choice, but also that I want you to be thinking very practically about how this project may assist you in your own work or in your own development as a leader. And so I'm hoping that you'll approach it not just as another academic exercise, although it is indeed that, but as something that may help you take the next step, whatever that step is for you. Now, technically, if a week or so after you submit you change your mind or you get into it and you want to tweak it a little bit, you're not locked into your topic. But by asking you to do it by April 9th, I'm asking you to give some forethought and hopefully to begin working on this project as we move toward the end of the semester. Because before you know it, the semester will be over. Now, for the project itself, you have actually 6 different options of ways that you can approach this project. And so I want to say a word about each of these options. The first option is what is called a leadership action plan. And this week in your readings you'll be reading John Carter's The Heart of Change, which gives you an 8-step process for bringing about change within an organization. The leadership action plan would actually be for you to develop a plan using Carter's module to address a specific issue or bring about change in an organization or a program, either that you're currently involved in, or if you wanted to sort of step back and say, if I had to do over again, sort of hypothetically, how would I approach it? And so you're using the 8-step process as sort of an outline and applying it to your organization or program. So as you do your reading in John Carter, you may find that, oh, this could really help me in something I'm already trying to do. And so that would be option number 1, the leadership action plan. The second option is to do something similar called a staff development plan, whereby using the leadership concepts that we've been discussing in class and using an established model of staff development, you develop a training program to improve your employees' leadership and managerial skills. This is particularly helpful for people who are working with groups of people where you're trying to develop these folks. And so you want to find an established model, and if you have difficulty, I can help you do that. And then apply the concepts we've been discussing in class to that plan. The third option is to do a program evaluation. This would be helpful for those of you who are maybe involved with a particular program within an organization and you want to see and sort of step back and ask, are we achieving our mission and goals and objectives? And how effective is the leadership in accomplishing these goals? Here again, you would use an established program evaluation model, and then using concepts and ideas from the course, you would evaluate that program with a particular focus on leadership, since this is a leadership course. The fourth option is to design a leadership workshop where you would use the concepts in a course and develop a day-long workshop on some aspect of leadership. You know, you might focus on motivation, you might focus on conflict, you might focus on emotional development or systems, or some combination of those. And you would draw on established approaches to workshop design, and again, I could help you find those. You would outline your goals and objectives, and then you would design this workshop. And it wouldn't be just simply a series of lectures, but would include interactive activities that would engage your participants in an interactive learning experience. So that's the workshop design. The fifth option is for those of you who may be in a position of leadership that at some point in the future you imagine you may be moving away or moving out of that position. And so this gives you the option to develop a succession plan or a transition plan. And again, incorporating concepts discussed in the course, you would develop a plan for transition, for transferring your leadership to others. It should include and could include concrete steps in terms of mentoring, training, and orienting potential leaders to assume the leadership position that you have. And again, you should use an established model of succession planning for this project. Now, these first five all are very practical and designed to enable you to use the concepts in this course in a very concrete and specific way to strengthen or establish your leadership. And all of them are built on established models that you would then apply the concepts for the course to. The sixth and final model is for those of you who are in this leadership course but are not exactly sure where you are in terms of leadership, or maybe you don't even feel like you are a leader. And so I call this project Why I'm Not a Leader and What I Need to Do to Become One. This is for students who feel like they haven't had extensive leadership experience and don't think of themselves even as being leaders. But this challenges you to ask the question, first of all, why don't you think you're a leader? And then what are the steps that you need to take personally in your own development, either personally and professionally, in order to become a leader? And so you would first talk about your conception of leadership, why you don't measure up to that leadership, and then design some steps with goals and objectives to actually develop yourself as a leader. So these are the 6 options. And so what I'm asking you to do is to identify which of these options you would like to pursue, and a particular topic, and why you have chosen it, and what you hope to gain or learn or accomplish through this project. So what I'm looking for in the next week is just some of your thoughts as to what this might look like for you and how you will go about it. Obviously, if you have any questions or you want clarification, please feel free to call me or email me, and we'll work it out. And I look forward to see what you come up with as we move forward in the course.